Hey, last weekers, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of the train wreck. That is Last Week Today Live. I'm just getting ready here, actually, because everybody knows when you have a live stream, it's best to start getting ready like 3 to 4 minutes before it begins. So, yeah, it's going to be a different show today, and I'll tell you why. First, you might notice no tripod. Yeah, it kind of broke. Funny story that even I don't believe myself, and it kind of happened to me. But the new tripod is on the way, and of course, we'll be here conveniently sometime after the show. So I got that going for me. Hold on, let me get my hat here. Just putting you down on the couch for a second. Little guy has been quiet all morning up until now because he knows we're recording. So I got my hat now. Here we go. So you're going to see a lot of shaky cam today. Probably, maybe a lot of leaning. But let's see. Let's see who's here before we go on. Wellbore from Northern Alberta. You know what the thing is, Wellbore? It occurred to me the other day. I visited Canada. I remember I was in Quebec just for like a week. I think it was in another part of Canada too. I don't know. I was like 16 at the time. And I have no idea where everything is in relation. Um, I know is Toronto like the other end, like opposite from Quebec. I should probably look at a map, but oh, well, you know. Let's see. Trev, how are you? Yes, from Beyond the Wall. Nice Game of Thrones reference. Timely as well. Ryan Riley, how are you? Double R, how are you? Just working and YouTube surfing. There you go. And it's probably going to be a shorter show today, too. You'll see why shortly. Chop and Drop, how are you, sir? Evil Mike, I got to catch up on some of Evil's reviews. I did not watch your Kickstarter review yet because I actually read the same Kickstarter. I don't want one review to affect another. Same with Gary Vee. I think the Kickstarter might have gone to a few people, but that's okay. Let's see here. No hat I don't recognize. Yeah, we were doing a cold start, kind of like I forgot what tour that was. I think U2 in the the You Can't Leave Behind tour. They just kind of like walked up on stage. Everything is within minutes of each other. Yeah, pretty much. So I'm caught up to the chat here. Yeah, no, small house. I did not get to do a whole lot of comic book stuff at all this week. Yeah, we're just kind of tied in. A lot going on right now. My wife's, or I guess I should say, our due date is fastly approaching, and as that happens, you get a lot more appointments. So, yeah, not a whole lot of time for comics. I actually even brought comics upstairs this morning with the intention of, I'll get up early before everybody's here, and I'll do some reading, and I'll show you. Look, I have it right here. My stack. I have to read Wasp number 4 first, just to finish out the series. That didn't happen clearly. So I did read that Kickstarter comic. I'm not going to talk about it today, only because I want to do more of a full video on that. I'd love to do an interview with the creator. That might be tough because he's in Australia, from what I understand. I do have an interview coming up. I'm going to start plugging it now. Madam, how are you? There we go. Madam, we got you. We have to get you back on Saturdays in some form. We got to continue the spread. Madam's taking a little break. Fanboy was off today. Brian was back, kind of, sort of. And, he teased his new job. I'm going to tell everybody. And Mike, I hope you don't mind me blowing up your spot. So Brian and Mike and I think 2 yet to be announced people, they've decided to go full time rather, with their Creed cover band Higher. If anybody doesn't know, Brian actually has a great singing voice. sounds just like Scott Stapp. Evil has the little soul patch going on, kind of like very much like Mark Tremonti. And the other two people, I mean, I know they haven't been announced yet, but I don't think anybody knows the other two people from Creed anyway. So we'll sort that out soon. So look for them. I think they're going to be on tour in the local South Carolina area. That is, you got to go there, during the late fall, early winter, just to launch their bigger tour, of course, in the late spring, early summer. You got to work out the kinks. You got to do it. Does he sound like the guy in the panda robe? I don't know that I ever saw Scott Stapp in a panda robe, but yeah, I should say this too. From what I understand, they're only focusing on early Creed, before everybody just kind of got a little like, oh, these guys again. But honey, you're a big Creed fan, right? No, okay. I'm thinking of the game Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no. 0 for 2. Oh well, that's a joke. Relax, honey. I know Brian's in the panda robe. Yeah, Evil, interesting. I don't know. It was kind of well known around here, but I don't know if it was known outside of this area. I was at the K-Rock concert. I'll get back to K-Rock in a second. When I was in college, where Limp Bizkit had everybody waiting, I think, an hour between sets because they were in a argument with Creed, who closed out the show that particular year. K-Rock, just going back to that, just so people might know, if you're not in the New York, New Jersey area, it is not the same K-Rock as out in California, the legendary K-Rock. No, I don't even know if K-Rock is around anymore now, to be honest with you. We haven't really listened to regular radio in a very long time. But yeah, no, the New York station went KROCK. Oh, honey, hold on. Madam has a question for you. You ready?
Yeah.
How uncomfortable is Mrs. Tastic? I know I was like begging that baby to get out of me at that point in pregnancy.
I am, but at the same time, I don't want her to come early.
Can you guys hear? Why don't you come a little bit closer, please?
I am, but I'm also not that uncomfortable enough to let her come up early. I want her to be on time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm just breezing through it, trying to just go through it.
Yeah, we're like new kids. We're hanging tough. Wow, you survived that. I almost went to that and was happy about that afterwards. That's not a pregnancy thing, honey. Evil was at Woodstock 2000. She can't hear. She's got the sync going, so. But yeah, I mean, the pregnancy obviously has taken a big bite of our time. I actually did not commit to anything for Comics Curing Cancer this year because, yeah, no, she doesn't jog. On Madam, I have your coffee cup that you sent me up. There we go. And that was not planned. Yeah, Madam says no jogging.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah. But yeah, I did not commit to anything for Comics Curing Cancer because I was like, look, I know that we're getting close to the due date. I don't want to have to pull out at the last minute. 3 Good Nerds, how are you? Still working on a little something for you, pal. Yeah, so I'm actually thinking about taking the week off next week just to let everybody enjoy Comics Curing Cancer, the events, of course. I know that Brian is going a little bit later next week, and I think John's Comics with Kids is going to have a show there. So I figure, look, why not? Why compete for airtime? I'll let those guys do it, and I could rest. I don't know. Maybe I might reach out to Rob to see if I could do a little something. I don't know. How about this, honey? I have an idea. She put the water on again. Honey, I have an idea. Shut the water off for a second. She likes to wash it a lot. So this is my idea. We do a mini fundraiser for Comics Curing Cancer. I'm going to have to run this past Rob if you're on board, honey. For $5 a shot, people could suggest names for our baby girl. You have the ultimate veto, of course, so nobody can be like, "Oh, name her Starfire," you know. And then, yeah, so like you could make a name suggestion for $5. What? Do you like that idea?
Not bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to Rob. We'll see if we can make some magic happen. But yeah, if not, like I said, I'm probably just gonna take off next week. But I'll be maybe jumping in and seeing. Madam said she will slap him for me. I'll slap him for you. You're all the way in Arizona. She could slap me right here on her own, but I think she appreciates that. And to be honest, she knows a lot of my shenanigans and humor already, so she's good with that. Starfire, no, Starbucks. Well, you know what?
Your favorite.
That's not a bad idea because I mean, look, Starbucks was our first date,
Yeah.
as my wife has and I've been discussing lately. What's the name of the Starbucks mermaid?
Starbucks Mermaid.
Yeah, that's a mermaid on their cup. Did you know that?
No, I knew that. Yeah. I didn't know if they had a name.
I don't know. Any comic name is a stripper name. Yeah, pretty much. But yes, I didn't read anything except that Kickstarter that I'm going to talk about. I didn't pick up anything. You saw me have a good haul. I'll say this: my LCS kind of missed out on a lot of books I asked them to get, and they had some issues going on. But they're working on it. Like I can't read my Wolverine and Ghost Rider books because I want to get the other. I'm missing a couple issues of their crossover, and that's just my own little OCD jumping in. New York Comic Con is still going on. I'm clearly not at Comic Con. I did pick up. Charles Soule was selling an exclusive. His continuation with what do you call it? With the genies and its signs. Oh, hold on. Let's see. We got some more suggestions coming. Guys, you have to donate $5 for official suggestions. I'll read them today. But like I said, maybe we'll do that. I don't know. Can Psylocke please come to the stage? See, which Psylocke is it though? Is it the actual Psylocke or is it the Kawana Psylocke? Because that makes a difference. You could name her She-Hulk because you will not like her when she's angry. Well done. I don't want to meet a stripper named Storm. Psychedelic was at Comic-Con. Paul, tell me about your impressions. You made it to the floor kind of early too, from what I saw on IG. You guys are gonna have to excuse me. I gotta get the little guy. Be right back. Any topics to discuss, honey? Yeah, off the cuff. No topic. I'm gonna go get him just because my brain doesn't work. Okay, buddy. You think he's gonna scream in the thing?
Might.
You gonna be a good boy? Okay. Okay, so far so good. So let's see. Knew a stripper named Stormy. I knew a girl named Stormy. Now, Trev and Mike, I think you guys should talk to figure out if that was the same person. Olivia Mines Psylocke. Okay. People saying hi to Psychedelic. It was okay. Not as many comics as last year, and it was more crowded compared to last year. Yeah, I can see that because I think people are easing up or feeling a little bit better about COVID and whatnot. I don't know. Like I saw a video yesterday where it wasn't even the main floor. It was like that atrium into the entrance. So it was like the entrance to the entrance. And it was just like, yeah, maybe I'm just at the age where if I see more than like 8 people, I'm like, that does not look like a good time to me. Starfire Magic Dazzler. Okay. It's a big poll. Yara and Diana, please to the stage. I mentioned Diana. You said no to Diana, yes? Right. And Yara, I don't think would work.
90 day.
Oh, you're thinking of the other Yara. See, he's talking about. Do you remember Wonder Girl, the Brazilian Wonder Woman? Buddy, come on. What's up? He wants to play. Well, let's see. Yeah, so no Comic-Con for us. Like I said, I ordered the Seoul exclusive, and you will see that. Managed to talk to Doug Scott, and owner of JF. Reggie was busy setting up. Yeah, Reggie was saying, look, next time if you ever just see him, just interrupt him. I did see that IG Live. I think you were on it too. But it looks like they're having a good time there. You know, Reggie had a little bit of a food fail from what I understand. See, here's the thing. You're coming to New York, and this is for everybody outside the New York area. I understand that you guys do not have good pizza outside of, or bagels outside of New York or New Jersey. Now, people might, well, we have some good stuff. It's like, we import the water. I was like, yeah, but it's still not the same. So I asked Reggie on his IG stream, not about comics, honey. I said, did you get any pizza or bagels or at least some good Italian food? And it was no. Him and Doug got sushi, and he said a terrible burger. Which I still don't even know how people mess up burgers, but
you can.
Yeah, it happens. We've had a couple bad burgers, but yeah, my wife is a burger connoisseur. Would you say?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, madam. Really, you want to stack up pizza, Arizona pizza with New Jersey? Look, we give everybody else barbecue. You guys could do barbecue. You could do your meats, your what do you call it? Tex-Mex. Let's see. I was going to go back to see if there was a regular gang hangout at SH, but by the time I got back, all New York talks about is pizza hot dogs. Not impressed. Evil, let me ask you a question, though. Have you had a New York pizza? From New York, not, not, hey, this is, Sbarro's or whatever, but from New York. And hot dogs, I mean, I'll say this. I think that there are some other places that do hot dogs great. Gray's Papaya, though, in New York, I don't even know if they're still around. I think there's maybe one or two. Was amazing. I'll say this. I've been in Arizona twice. Once with the Elks, which, I mean, we didn't really... I think I went to a sports bar for food. And the other time, like, I was in the Grand Canyon, and it was like one of those things that you do the tour through the tribe, and they give you some food. And it was good food, but it wasn't pizza or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, do some door. I think Gold Belly does it. You can get it actually from Jersey or from New York. I know that one of the restaurants that we've been to, it's actually around where I grew up, called Calabria in Livingston, New Jersey, is on Gold Belly. And if you're a fan of Barstool Sports, Portnoy rated them pretty high. I think like an 8.5. You can also, by the way, if you, I think Trevor Evil, whoever just mentioned hot dogs, if you really, hold on, buddy, maybe put something on, just mute it, see if that helps them. If you're doing like a Gold Belly or something, look up Jimmy Buff's and get an Italian hot dog. That will change your life. I like a good Italian hot dog. Honey, I know you've only had...
I love hot dog. You don't like hot dog.
But I like an Italian hot dog like maybe once a year.
Also, you're...
Yeah, has my own Italian hot dog the only one that you've ever had?
No.
Where did you have an Italian hot dog?
We had it somewhere else. I thought we ordered.
No, Saint Gerard, you had sausage and peppers. Anyway,
Yeah, I think that was it then.
look it up. Italian hot dogs. They're a lot different, so be prepared. Dirty water hot dogs can't go wrong. Yeah, no, Evil used to live in Queens. Pizza was good. More like it was everywhere, but I found pizza that is close to New York. Cali had a really... I don't believe that. Let me tell you, I may have had the worst pizza once and not realized it. My buddy's 30th birthday, so we're talking like 14 years ago, we went out to Vegas. It was supposed to be like 10 people, and it wound up to be the two of us. And we enjoyed some adult beverages, namely absinthe, which was great, but like I'll say this: around that time, that was kind of like the end of my heavy drinking days, we'll say. And I've never had something where I like don't remember what happened. I don't. There was a span of time there that I just don't remember what happened. And my friend and I had a discussion. He's like, "Dude, don't you remember you ate like a terrible pizza, like right on what's that main Fremont at like 11 o'clock at night?" I was like, we had arguments about it. I was like, I didn't order no pizza. And then he had to actually show me on his digital camera, because this was really before you had reliable camera phones. I think they were just coming out. A picture of me with a pizza that looked like, picture what was in your school cafeteria, but worse. And then it all came flooding back to me. But yeah, moral of the story: New York and New Jersey is the only place I would get pizza from. In Italy, Whataburger. I've still have not been to a Whataburger. I don't think we have any around us.
I don't think so either.
I'll say this: I used to be a big fan of Ron Bennington, and I used to be running Fez. Fez passed away a couple of years ago, and he used to say the only way to eat Whataburger is if you're sitting on the toilet. So that's been my impression of them. Bleecker Street is on everyone's top. Yeah, Bleecker Street is awesome. Yeah, barbecue. Look, Ryan, nobody's, especially Memphis bar. I've always wanted to go to Memphis, by the way. I'm not contesting that New York and New Jersey does not have good barbecue at all. That goes without saying. You guys could duke it out with barbecue. We just dominate everything else. Let's see. Oh, and I did see that Trev had his fix today. Let's see. Hold on. We're just going through the chat. Lisa, how are you, Lisa? I still have to send Lisa sticker too. That reminds me.
Every state has its own specialty, though. So you can't, like, say New Jersey has this and no other state has that.
Yeah,
you
but
know what I mean? Like, every state has its own.
I understand that, but when it comes to pizza, there are 48 other states that are wrong.
But then other states have something better that New Jersey and New York doesn't have.
See,
so
Lisa is
go.
saying that pizza in Mass is better than New York pizza, but both are great. I don't know that. I have had pizza from Boston. It was okay. I wouldn't put it on the same level. Let's see. Any other Italian hot dogs? No, if you guys do not know what an Italian hot dog is, you need to Google it and just look up the best. Look up Jimmy Buffs. Jimmy, Jimmy Buffs. Buffs, yes. And yeah, it's much different. Evil, if you know what I'm talking about. Actually, you know what? In addition to that, if you guys want to go back into my own older videos, go to my playlist for Cooking with Comics. I made an Italian hot dog in honor of Carl Ruiz one year. I think that was the last time we actually had one. And yeah, I made it. It's special bread. It's pizza bread. 2 hot dogs, usually peppers and onions, tomatoes. Excuse me, peppers, onions, tomatoes. Where am I getting tomatoes? A good Italian sausage is great. Yes. Well, Lisa, look it up. Look it up. I'm telling you. Pizza's better in New Jersey. Agreed, Paul. Yeah, Paul doesn't live too far from me. Where's your pizza place of choice? We have not found one in our area that where 100% on board with. My wife enjoys Dante's. I think they're good, not great, in my
They're
opinion.
pretty great.
Mhm. See, where I grew up in a predominantly Italian town, East Hanover, just like 10 minutes away. When I was about, when I was in grade school, at one point we had like literally, and I'm not talking about your Domino's or your chains, but we had about 10 pizza places in our little town. There's not as many now, and some chains have moved in, but yeah, it was pizza paradise. If you have to fold the pizza slice, you have the wrong. Nothing's wrong with the crispy crust. Houston has the best choices for food choices. Any type of food you get there. I've never been in Texas, you know. Dale, how are you, Dale?
Well, when we went to Connecticut, you liked the Belgium. What's that Belgian waffles we had there?
No, we went to
Something.
Mystic Pizza. I thought it wasn't bad.
Yeah, see, they have great pizza there.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be honest. Connecticut's like another borough of New York.
It's
To be fair.
Yeah, but it's not New York.
Yeah, we went to Mystic. It was for our first anniversary, and of course we went to Mystic Pizza. And I remember somebody was complaining that they were playing the Mystic Pizza movie, and they're like, "Do you know where you are?" And by the way, I still haven't seen the movie. We saw parts of it.
I have.
Was it good?
So yeah.
That was the breakout
You
role.
don't like it, I don't think.
That was the breakout role for Julia Roberts. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Justine Bateman was supposed to be the main, and
it's a romance movie. You wouldn't like it.
Whataburger's great, fresh, and let's see. Like here in Colorado, you can't get really. Yeah, see, Italian is Olive. Yeah, no, Olive Garden is not Italian. There used to be an Olive Garden by us. We're like, why? Manny, how are you? I wanted to try a dinosaur barbecue because I did hear things, but I've heard as good as it is, at least in the city, it does not. It's not going south. Basically,
I don't know what that is.
It's a chain. They serve actual dinosaur. Yeah. Rob Fat Stacks, I know, is a big barbecue guy, but he's out in California. I don't know what that is. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. Mystic Pizza is good, but most pizza in Connecticut, not impressed. Yeah. You're talking about the movie or the pizza, Evil? I'm guessing the movie. Yeah, I agree with you. So this is kind of weird to say. At my current job, because we got spun off, but my old team, I used to be on the phone team, and we were spread out between two offices, New Jersey and somewhere near Chicago, Schaumburg. And I was the jerk who, whenever my boss would visit, she would visited twice. Flew in. We had a nice little team meeting. It's like, any questions? And I'd be the guy that, so what pizza is better, New York or Chicago? And she was like, you can't ask me that. Come on. But from what I've seen, Chicago pizza doesn't look like pizza to me. It looks like
good pizza in Chicago.
it looks like a lasagna.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know. Second that, actually, there's one in Denville just across from the train station on 53. I think I know what you're talking about by the CVS. If that's the one, I tried to order from them once. They don't deliver, and it was going to be like a 2-hour wait. I know I could tell you that if you plan ahead, Wednesdays and Fridays, is it? For Uncle Giuseppe?
Yeah.
Uncle Giuseppe has a really good pizza deal. They're huge, but you have to call ahead.
See, they're not a pizzeria. This is what I'm saying.
They have a pizzeria inside of it.
But it's an Italian marketplace.
No. But you haven't been there.
I understand that, but it's an Italian market.
But you go inside and there's a pizzeria in it.
But it's not like a pizzeria. It's like within the market.
It's honestly, you have everything in the pizzeria but the chairs and the soda machine.
Does it have its own sign?
Yes.
What does it say on the sign?
Pizza.
That's what I mean. It's not like a store.
What do you want it to say? I need to tell Brian that Tampa Bay minor league in South Carolina. Yeah, and actually, I have offered to Brian. By the way, that reminds me that if he needs bagels and pizza, we could send it to him. We'll figure out to get some contraband in there.
But if
Yeah.
you really search, you can find a decent pizzeria in different states. We went to Florida. Didn't we have pizza in Florida?
No, we wouldn't have pizza in Florida. It's abomination in Florida.
We have Mexican. You like Mexican?
That's different. That's not pizza.
See?
I'd say, and like this is even pre-pandemic. We had friends and family who moved down to Florida, and the first thing that they do when they get there is always like when it's snowing up here, they put a picture from the beach. And I got pissed. It was my former chiropractor, Rick. He was putting, oh, we have like beautiful 80-degree weather. I hear you guys are getting a storm. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. You can't get a good pizza there though. And I just started posting pictures of like chicken parm and cutlets and some ziti. And he's like, all right.
They have good restaurants there though. Really good restaurants we've been to.
But here's the thing. Good Italian restaurants and pizzerias in Florida. What they would be bawling over? We'd be like, it's okay.
We've
if
been
it
to
were
an
here.
Italian restaurant there now.
When?
In Chile.
When?
In Florida.
When?
At night.
In Miami?
I think so.
You talking about the place with the fireworks?
No.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
The little place outside. It had an outdoor seating.
I mean, that was just okay though. Like if that was here, it would just be okay.
No,
but because it's there, people are like, oh my God, it's so great.
It was good though.
It's okay. Love all pizza except pizza with ranch or yeah, that's just an abomination. And no, if you have to put pineapple and ham on your pizza, or even just pineapple, you're eating the wrong pizza. That's not how you do it. Okay, I'll have to. Yeah, nothing really here. Went to a fancy restaurant in downtown and was not exactly. Labels Mexican, but really Honduras or Cuban food. There is a. If you go back, you could even search this on the internet. Carl Ruiz, who I've spoken about here, he got not in trouble. He started a little bit of controversy, if you remember this one year, honey, because he says that the best, or he said, he passed away, the best Cuban sandwich is actually located in West New York, New Jersey.
Which you never have been able to try.
No, I've been wanting to, but it's a trip. You know, maybe I don't know, maybe sometime in the fall. We'll see. Yeah, no, I know what that is. It's just it was hard to get pizza from there, or the spring. I know. Kind of same with Chinese food. Yeah, that's Chinese food is a gamble, to be honest with you. We haven't had Chinese in a while. Yeah. I think just because the last couple times we had it around here was just...
Yeah, Hunan Taste.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this with Hunan Taste. If you're in the area, look them up. Even if you're not, they're known as the best Chinese restaurant in the state. And when you go there, it looks great. It looks like a big castle. They've got a great ambiance, like little fish tanks at each table. We got takeout from there twice, and during the early days of the pandemic.
We eat in.
Right up. I'm talking about our most recent things. And both times, hair of the food. So we haven't really been back since. If you go to a Mexican restaurant and order any food and it has a hot dog or a whole Trevor, that philosophy of a short, fast life, yeah. Chinese here will make you sick, yeah. Here's the thing, too, Evil, and this was even pre-pandemic, was not a big fan of buffets. Only because, like you see, like it's either... In my opinion, either getting food that has no taste to it, or you're dealing. Hold on a second. You're dealing a lot with just people like, oh, here, I'm just gonna use my hands to grab this or that. The exception to that was there was a. Here you go.
Monado.
Yeah, there was a restaurant that I think is closed for good by us. It was a Chinese buffet, but it was kind of like it looked high end. Good food is worth every penny. Life is short. Last meal and all matters. Exactly. So I haven't been to a buffet in years. Yeah. And Monado was probably the last buffet I went to as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
me
was,
too.
I think that was like 2018.
I think so too.
Yeah. And to be honest, I don't even know where to find one now. I don't know that there are a lot of
I don't think
buffets
I would
around.
want to go to one now.
No, definitely not. So talk about what's coming up on the channel. I still have 2 videos I shot that I just haven't edited. Just about talking about my kind of experience with art. I guess kind of like how I got into it and whatnot. And it's a long story, so it's why it's kind of broken up into parts. The first 2 parts we filmed while out on a walk. Yeah, and it's not even nice around here now for a walk. Yeah, we had a warm September. It was like in the 60s and 70s. And then it just kind of dive bombed this past week.
Yeah, the first week of October was good too.
Yeah, it just kind of dive bombed this past week,
Yeah.
though. It went from like 60 to 20, well, not to 20, but like 60 to 40, like it saw a state trooper or something. It's like, oh, we got to slow down. Yeah, see, sushi is kind of universal, though. Like with sushi, I think as long as you're avoiding like getting sushi from like your ShopRite from the grocery store, you're fine.
Did you have sushi just recently from Poke Mahi or whatever?
Yeah, but that's not even really sushi. Like I could do better with sushi.
Mm.
And there are some good sushi places here.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, my wife isn't into sushi, so like if it's only like if it's my wife has lunch already or something, I'm like I need something quick. I'll order like a DoorDash sushi or something. But anyway,
I can't even have sushi right now.
I know you can. So yeah, look for that. Gas station sushi is the best weight loss program. Yeah, we've all been there. We've all been there. Yeah, so I'm gonna endeavor to edit those videos sometime this weekend. I've been doing Battober and Italian American History Month drawings. That is taking a lot out of me. I still have to do today's pictures because I started drawing today's prompt. Today's prompt is undercover, and I started doing a drawing of Heath Ledger Joker, like the scene where he's hiding among the cops, and I realized that undercover is just more about if you're working for the police. There is actually another prompt coming for imposter that might fit into. So then that got pretty late, and I was like, all right, I'm going to just skip this for now. Thank you, Trev. I appreciate that. It takes a lot. It does wear out the shoulder a bit. And just with everything going on, I've been kind of burning the candle on both ends on that line. And I'm still trying to do other drawings as well, too. So it is taking a lot out. So I'm going to continue with those. We're almost halfway through already. And not this Monday, but the following Monday, I will be doing a interview live. We're shooting for the 23rd at 9 p.m. With Anthony Desiato, whom I've spoken about in the past. He is I was going to say writer, director, but he's kind of really done everything behind the documentary My Comic Shop Country, History, rather, and the My Comic Shop Country, and the My Comic Shop History podcast, which is coming to an end. Anthony also, by the way, I know there's a couple Superman fans in here. He probably knows more about Superman than Jim Lee. Like I've said, DC Comics needs to cut him a check. He does his Digging for Kryptonite podcast, which he's continuing with. But yeah, look for that. I'm going to probably put an announcement together for that, if not today, then tomorrow. Just because he's a great guy. And by the way, this is like your kind of warning that we have that interview coming up. I don't know if it's still on Roku, but look up again his documentary, My Comic Shop History. No, excuse me. Again, I keep confusing them. Sorry, my buddy's. Yeah, he's distracting me. Look up My Comic Shop Country on Amazon Prime and come with questions because I'm telling you something. It's a good documentary. I don't even know how to listen to. Yeah, dude, just search it. He doesn't really have a good visual element. He's done a couple, but either way you do it, look it up. Yeah, come with questions. That's what I say. Show some of your artwork. Ryan, right now, IG is the best place to look. That's been I've just been pretty much doing that for the entire month, but I have some other stuff I have to work on. Madam, you know more than I do. Madam's a much better artist than I am in that, and yeah, it is exhausting. Beyond Pod, literally add my podcast menu. Yeah, you could do that. But I think I'm just about out of steam for today. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else that we wanted to mention? Oh, Mike, we were talking about this last week. I finished Castlevania. That was a great series. I enjoyed that very, very much. Thank you, Trev. I appreciate you, sir. Yeah, you could just look up Philtastic Comics and Art on Instagram, and you'll see those pictures as well. Well, I will. Like I said, I'm probably taking off next week. Just stay tuned to the community tab for that. I'm gonna send that thing out to Rob. Maybe that'll be a fun little thing. $5 a guess, and we'll go over them or something. But other than that, I think we're done for the day. It's a rainy day here, so yeah, we got to set up for our little baby girl. Still, I got some stuff to do here. But with that, enjoy the rest of your day. I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your weekend, and peace, love, and comics. Take care.